Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Smashbrush. So today I'm going to be doing a review on two new products that have recently came out, which is the new Huda Beauty Nude Palette and the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. These are two things that I feel like have been so hyped up, and these are two things that I was like really looking forward to, especially their concealer. I remember seeing one of Huda's or Huda, I don't know how to say it. I remember seeing one of her videos and she was talking about how like her under eyes are one of her biggest insecurities, and how that's like one thing that she always wanted to find like the perfect concealer. And the palette is just so gorgeous and beautiful, so that's another thing I'm just really looking forward to. But anyways, if this is a video that you guys are interested in, then just keep watching, and without further ado, let's get to it. I'm like super excited to be using this palette. I literally just bought it yesterday. Such a cute palette. It has like a little bit of like that shimmery thing going on there, and then when you open it, whoa! It is such a pretty palette. And by the way, do not mind my nails. I know, girl, I gotta change them. I got my appointment today. So anyways, this palette is super gorgeous, like pinky tones, and it has the glitters and these shimmers right here. Gives like a metallic-y type of look, because I did get to swatch it at Sephora. I don't think I'm gonna do a super crazy dramatic look. I don't know, like I want to go very soft on my crease and then just add the shimmer, like more of the shimmery looks towards my lid. I don't know if you guys have seen my last video or my last couple videos. Lately I've just been using these kind of like blush pinks on my crease area because I love the prettiness of like a soft pink. So when I saw this, I'm like, this is literally what I've been transitioning to lately, so it's so crazy to see that. Another thing I was like really excited about buying was the Huda Beauty concealer. This is called the Overachiever concealer, which I'm hoping it is an Overachiever concealer, because if you look at this, girl, I have some crazy like dark circles. It's not like super dark, but I feel like it's just so purple. The first thing I did notice that I really liked is actually that metal applicator, because I feel like it will kind of like cool your eye. I'm gonna be using this as an eyeshadow base. I'm gonna see how this applies as a base and how it makes the eyeshadow pop out. And then we are going to blend it out. Okay, so far I do like the coverage of it. It's a little bit almost precise to like my color, and the reason I got this kind of color rather than something a lot lighter is just because I do like to go a little bit darker on my foundation, so we'll be able to see how it officially looks like towards the end. Now to jump into the fun parts. I'm gonna go into that color Tickle because it is such a pretty pink color and it like draws my attention out. We're just gonna apply it right in our crease area. I'm gonna attempt to go for something kind of soft, but we'll see as we get along this video. Okay, so far I am liking the way this concealer is holding up the eyeshadow, like as a base. It seems to be working really nicely with the palette. I'm gonna grab that color Secret. It's like a very nude pink pale kind of color, and I'm just gonna put it right above it just a little bit, just to blend it out a little bit more. The pigment on this is actually pretty strong. Okay, and up next I'm gonna be using that color Bear to highlight my brow bone. So that Bear color, I'm just gonna be using it right in this area and bringing this up because I want like my inner eyes, like that section, to be very open and very brightening. And then the last color that I want to add on my crease, just like more towards the outer edge, because I don't want to go super dark. I'm gonna be using that color Tease and mixing it in with Spank and just put it from here to halfway. And I don't care as far as like touching my lid because we're going to be applying a lid color anyways. And I'm going to grab a little bit of that Spank color and just put it in the exact corner. Okay, and now I feel like I have to make a super hard decision because I don't know which shimmery color I want to apply to my lid. So I think I'm going to be doing a mixture of two. So I'm going to start off with that color called Crave. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. It's like a very subtle gold, but it has like high pieces of like shimmer in between it. It's not glitter, it's definitely like a shimmery look. Actually, it can be considered as a glitter, I feel, but like that super fine diamond dust kind of glitter. Perfect. And then I'm gonna grab that color called Daydream, which I am totally living and feeling for. And I'm gonna be putting it halfway my lid, towards like the end. I want to try something. I'm going to be using my finger on this side just to see if there's like a huge dramatic difference. I do think there's a difference, but it's not like super huge. This one, like the color just applies a little bit better, but it's not like I said, it's not a huge difference. I'm going to be grabbing that color Spanked again and just slightly, so slightly intensifying that edge. Oh my god, I love that. So I'm like indecision because there's like these really gorgeous glitters that I think I'm gonna apply it just right in the center to see how that looks. So I'm gonna be grabbing that color Infatuated and I'm gonna be using my finger and I'm just gonna place it right above. Ooh, look at that. And just as a fair warning for that glitter color cannot be applied alone because it has like some spacing in between unless you like really pack it in there. But I would suggest you having like something underneath it kind of like as a base. Totally impressed. Right now what I am gonna do is I'm gonna get off camera real quick, apply my lashes, my liner, and then we're gonna move on to the bottom for the concealer. Okay, so I just finished doing my lashes and I added my liner. And one thing I really wanted to point out quickly is the fact that despite of me using like these glitters and shimmers, there is almost no fallout. I don't know if you could tell, but the fallout is so like minimal right here. The reason why I left it there is just for you to be able to see it and how it is when it comes to taking this stuff off. I did have a little bit of like a BB cream underneath, so you might be seeing some foundation come off. We're gonna go ahead and conceal our under eyes, and after I conceal and do all of that, then I'm gonna finish off the bottom part with some liner, mascara, shadow, and all of that. I'm just gonna apply it directly from the tube itself, see how that works. Ooh, it is definitely very nice and cooling though. And then using my beauty sponge, I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. Okay, so one thing I'm actually really loving is how smooth and almost like hydrated it leaves my under eyes looking. It doesn't look too cakey, it doesn't look like it's super heavy, but it is doing a lot of coverage, which is actually so nice to see. I probably would have gone with a color slightly lighter. I was just a little scared, but I mean, so far so good. I did notice that the smell of this is the same exact smell that the foundation have and that the Huda Beauty, the Easy Bake translucent powder has. So it's almost like a, I don't know, I never know what to call it. I say it's like lavender-ish. I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation super quick. Okay, and now using the Easy Bake baking powder, I'm gonna go ahead and just set my under eye concealer with this. And I don't know if I've actually mentioned this on here before, but I don't like to bake my under eyes for too long just because I feel like sometimes it gets like too dryish looking. This actually looks really good, guys. I'm not gonna lie, like it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna put on a nude eyeliner underneath. Okay, and now we can go ahead and add something to the bottom part of the eyes. So I'm gonna be grabbing this color called Teddy, and I'm just gonna apply it right underneath. I think I'm gonna extend it a little bit more too. Oh, that actually came out a lot darker than I thought. I'm gonna put Love Bite. It's like a purpley color, and I'm just gonna put it towards the very edge. I want to grab that color Crave again, and then I'm just gonna layer it right on top in the inner corner as well, just a little bit. And then the last thing is my mascara. So stunning. So the only thing I have to do is I have to do my contour and all like that extra stuff, like my lipstick, blush, and all of that. So I'm gonna do that, then we're gonna be right back, and then we're gonna talk about the palette, the concealer, and all of that. Okay guys, so this is the completed look. I'm actually really happy the way this turned out. To be completely honest, I think this is gonna be like one of my all-time favorite looks. So first we're gonna talk about the new Nude palette. The fact that they're calling this a nude palette is actually pretty interesting because I feel like nudes were more considered like beige tones and brown tones. So I don't know if Huda's trying to make like a shift into like the whole makeup world and trying to now make this like the iconic nude colors, at least in maybe this year to come or just like in these months. I totally think this palette is worth it. Oh wait, what? Why am I just realizing that this color right here is a concealer or an eyeshadow primer? What? I didn't even notice that. Overall, honestly, this palette is so worth it. You can definitely create a dramatic look to this, though I feel like this palette is more catered to like everyday makeup rather than like super dramatic, because there's really no like harsh colors or like really dark colors. Everything is like very soft, pastel kind of colors. I don't know, this is like a 10 out of 10 for me, and I feel like that's kind of hard for me to say because I tend to like most palettes as long as it does its job, but I don't always like every single color. I feel like in this case, like everything works so cohesively together. I don't know, it's so beautiful, it's so pretty, it's girly, and I would recommend this to anybody. Okay, and now I want to talk about the new Huda Beauty, the Overachiever concealer. My honest opinion, I don't hate it. I'm not like completely sold on it, but I think there's a couple reasons why. One of the reasons is because I'm totally comparing it to the Shape Tape in the NARS Creamy Concealer. These are like my top two of like all time. This one is actually very pretty. I feel like the finish that it has and the way it leaves you looking, like it almost like melts into your skin and it leaves it so like smooth looking rather than it feeling so like caked on or like super dry. The complaint that I guess I would have to say about this is that I feel like I'm not completely covered, if that makes sense. And I know I look like highlighted and all of that. Right in like this area, maybe the camera won't pick up, but when I went really close up and when I was looking myself in the mirror, I felt like I still saw like that purple line. And for any of you who have dark circles, I think you can understand when I say like sometimes you'll put on a concealer and you just want like that one area, like that little purple line to like completely be gone. I feel like my other concealers do that. I do have to like reapply and set it and then highlight it with like a matte highlight powder, and I did this. And then other than that, I would say that I think the color that I chose is almost too much of an exact color. I would definitely go a shade lighter. Would I say that it's not worth it? Absolutely not. I do think it is such a beautiful concealer, and I think that anybody who tries it on would really love it, but I feel like I was expecting more coverage. This is almost like it almost wants to be full coverage, but it's not. So I don't know if it has to do with the color or what. I think the coverage is actually very nice. It's just when I go up closer and I'm comparing it to the Shape Tape and the NARS Creamy Concealer, I feel like they have more coverage than this one. That could just be me. I know sometimes some people swear by this concealer, but this is just my experience. But I think you'd have to try it out for yourself. Maybe if you don't have like super dark circles, I don't know, I think this is perfect. I feel like I just need a lighter one and maybe try it again. I would totally buy both of them. I think they're very beautiful. I feel like in general, Huda Beauty, they're very selective and they're very careful on what they produce. And most of the things that come out in the market, I feel like it's always so good. It delivers such high quality. So it's very hard for me to be disappointed in Huda Beauty. I would say the only thing is that if you're very sensitive, just be on the lookout in case you do break out due to that small fragrance. But anyways, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, make sure you subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you liked it, if you learned something new. If you're gonna buy the palette, let me know. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It is at Smashbrush _ at the very end. On my page, I post a lot of my different kinds of artistry, whether it's bridal, my mini videos. On the artistic side, on my stories, I'm always doing polls, and I'm just doing things because it's a little bit easier to communicate. And I'm also doing lives every Thursday right around 8 o'clock, so don't forget to check that out. And that is basically it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.